So what is it about self-led people? The number one thing about us is that it's a part of our identity. It is who we are. We have that groundedness, that embodiment of that's how we see ourselves. That's how we pride ourselves. So I was born with it. It's in my DNA. I got it from my mom. I'll tell you right now, got it from my mama. But also life brought me to my knees through circumstances, and most of you guys know my story, so I won't repeat it, where I had to become even better at it. So what I'm saying is that there's two ways your self-aware Barbie can be activated. Either you've got the DNA programming, you have people in your family that are also like that. You come from a very strong line of alphas. You just do. Like, you are just elite. And or something happened in your life that literally broke you open, like brought you to your knees, like come to Jesus moments, right? You were in a point where you had no choice. It was like do or die. So coming back to basic babes for a second, just so you understand, because you might have basic babes in your family or people that you deal with, there has to be a come to Jesus moment for them, where people stop supporting them, people stop bailing them out, where they come to their knees and their survival kicks in. They literally feel like they're gonna die unless they take action, unless they lead themselves through it. And in that moment, there's no one else that can come to save them. The thing with basic babes is that somehow they always attract people saving them, either men or us self-aware Barbies. We always show up bailing them out. So when this come to Jesus moment happens, their DNA has to kick in, that primitive part of them, and they have no choice but to step into the self-aware Barbie. But what I want for you is that I want you to be self-led, not from fight or flight anymore, because that's where we burn out. That's where we're exhausted. That's where we feel like there isn't ever enough time. That's where it feels like I've taken 5 steps, forward, but 10 steps back. Because fight or flight is a very different experience in your nervous system. It has a very different relationship to consciousness and time. That's why there's always a cap with how far a self-aware Barbie can go. And we can go. We've proven that we can do the fight or flight thing. So I have no doubt that you can do it. I see you as fully capable of doing it that way. But what I'm proposing now is that it is time for us to keep that part of us, but do it a different way. This is why, even though I was provided for, when the fight or flight went away, I wanted to start a blog. The Universe Guru first was a blog, and then the YouTube channel came. Because the DNA portion of me, you cannot remove my drive. You cannot remove my motivation. You cannot change the fact that I came here to build things, to create things, to change the planet. You can make me comfortable. You can hand things to me on a golden platter. I will appreciate that, but I'll still do it. But now I can do it from a completely different mode. I can do it from my $1 million babe, my regulated nervous system, my desire, and not my fear, and not my need, and not my out chasing the lion. Okay, so it's very different.